It's Levack and Goss on 104.5 The Team.
104.5 The Team, your home for UAlbany Athletics. Will Brown, the coach of the Great Danes Hoops team, joins us right now. Coach, thanks for making time for us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And bringing ice cream in. It's so funny because, I'm clearly the heavy-set individual of the show, but Little Woods and God, look at God, he's eating right now. You made their day.
I listen to you guys on a consistent basis. I know you guys are health nuts. So I chip in when I can.
Well, I'm trying. I'm getting there.
What I do, though, is I bring the stuff, but I don't eat it, so I feel better about myself.
I knew it.
So you notice there's an extra one here. So one of you guys are going to eat too.
That's how you become, a top-notch coach. You manipulate the others around you to do what you want.
Well, you said it, not me.
Coach, one of your former players making big name for himself out there in the world.
That is the worst show I think I have ever watched in my life. It got to be, I think, about 9:50, and I'm pulling my hair out, and my wife says to me, "This is just an hour show?" And I'm like, "It has to be." So I click on info, and it says to 11 o'clock, I wanted to die.
2-hour show.
And she's like, "We cannot change it. We got to see what happens to Mike." And so I had to watch that show for 2 hours, and I'm serious. I've seen some bad TV in my day. I do not know how people watch that show.
Will Brown on Big Board Sports saying that he would never watch The Bachelorette again. Have you watched any more of it since?
I have not. Matter of fact, it was last night. I went to DVR. For some reason, that show we still had on DVR, thinking Mike would advance.
Yeah.
We didn't think he was going to be like one of Calipari's players, one and done. So right away I had to delete that off the DVR. But I have not watched. Have no interest in watching. Matter of fact, one of my assistants today was talking about it, so I had to ask. I said, "Please tell me the Waboom guy is still not on the show."
Yeah, is he? I don't know.
I don't know either.
You watch all that stuff.
My roommate got voted off like Mike on the first episode. I don't know if you heard that, but one of my former roommates was also on the show from Hobart, and I also stopped watching after episode 1. It's rough.
I'm sure you're not upset about it, though.
Yeah, he said it's helped his dating life, so I'm happy for him because of that now.
Were you secretly happy Mike only lasted one episode?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, once I saw when he got out of the limo, his opening line, I knew he was done.
So you're always a better basketball player than with the ladies? Was that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, you know how they are when they're playing for you. You listen to them talk to their teammates, and they all claim to have an awful lot of game
right.
with the young ladies. But, it's hard for me to believe that after watching Mike a few years older, a few years more mature. But, hey, he went out there, and it was nice to see him hide during the whole show, too. Yeah. Rumor has it he was in the kitchen the whole time.
Well, see, maybe he is smart, you know what I mean? And plus, his pickup line apparently is what he picks up at the gym, because they approached him in the gym to be on the show. So maybe he doesn't have to have a line. He just sits there, throws weights around, and the ladies come to him.
Yeah, it must be nice. That never worked for me back in the day.
You've done okay. You've done all right with yourself here. This whole marriage thing. You seem to like it.
Well, yeah. You've got no choice at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Gotham Classic is announced. You and Sienna are both in it. Give us a little thoughts on playing in Louisville.
Sure.
Memphis and everybody.
This is what we call MTEs, or a multi-team event, and it's 4 games, but it only counts as 2 on your schedule. So it works out well for us. We play in one every year. This past year we played in Mohegan Sun, and this is good. We get a chance to play 2 high-level programs. Memphis is always good. It's a program with a lot of history and tradition. And then Louisville, in my opinion, will compete for a national title, get a home game against Bryant, and then we go on the road and play at Siena.
Is there something about, as a coach, wanting to play these top-tier programs? Like, you've played a bunch of the top-tier programs, but it is almost like a checklist. Like, okay, we've played this school, we played this school. Now, for me, I want to see what we do against this school.
Yeah, it's a few things. It's all about recruiting. And playing these type of programs helps you recruiting. Most of the kids we recruit, honestly, they all feel they should be playing at those programs. So we give them an opportunity to compete against some of the best players and the best programs in the country. I think it also is good for the university to be matched up against programs like that, elite programs on a national level, especially in our sports. And, sometimes you can really compete and have a chance to win down the stretch against some of those teams, and then sometimes you just run into a total mismatch. But we've played them all. I mean, we've played at Kentucky, at Duke, at Carolina, at UCLA, at Kansas. And honestly, those are the games, if you don't make the NCAA tournament, those are the games that these kids remember.
Will Brown with us right now, 104.5 The Team. Now, all the ats, is there any big programs that, you're in negotiations, maybe they come and play at SEFCU?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Because they're scared.
They're not. It's so hard nowadays to get higher level programs to play in your building. That's just a reality of it. It's hard enough for some of those programs to play us at their place. But we like the challenge. We embrace it. And, I think our guys really enjoy. Last year we went at Penn State, and we beat Penn State to open up the season. And, those are games that are fun to play. And you have to play well to have a chance.
Maybe it's just frustrating for me. But can it change? What can college basketball do to make it so that we do get to see some of these bigger top-tier programs come to a place like SEFCU?
I think maybe tournaments or neutral court games. I don't think you're not going to see the Power 5 schools walk into the SEFCU arena, not because we don't want them to, because they don't want to come play us in that type of environment. The best you might be able to do is maybe a 3-for-1 or a 4-for-1, and that's not good for us. So you just got to, scheduling is the most important thing outside, that I do as a head coach outside of recruiting probably. Scheduling is hard. It's difficult, because good teams at your level don't want to play you. Teams slightly above you don't want to play you. Nobody wants to play in your building. So you have to be real patient, and you have to try to be creative.
Will Brown with us right now, 104.5 The Team. It's funny because I always like to see what the news feed is on UAlbany when you come in, and it's the Gotham Cup and then 15 stories on the Bachelorette. It's like, come on, man.
It's amazing what amuses people.
Well, I know that show.
Or what draws attention.
I was gonna skip that show altogether because I watched Mike play, but he wasn't. If Joe Cremo ever ended up on the show, I'd have to watch it because I know Joe personally, but I didn't know Mike personally.
I'm not sure that you can get Joe on the show.
I don't think you can get Joe unless they're going to film it in the gym.
In itself. I mean, yes, if the show was in the SEFCU arena or in a gym where he can have a basketball and work out while the show's going on, there's a shot Joe would participate for sure.
Can you imagine that? Hi, I want to talk to you. Grab a basketball.
That would be the date. Yeah. Him shooting free throws, her rebounding. And it would be a long date in the gym.
All right, the team last year shocked some people a little farther along than people thought. Some people thought you guys would be already. Is that continuing?
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. I think last year a lot of people thought it would be a rebuilding year, and I get it because we lost 3 all-conference perimeter guys. Heading into this year, we were going to start 3 perimeter guys who had never started a college game before, and I thought the guys did a really good job. And we have our 5 top scorers returning, and our perimeter guys now will be juniors. They have a year of experience under their belt as starters, so I'm excited for the future. I know Vermont does return a good team, but I think it would be a mistake if everybody just crowned them the America East champions this upcoming year. I think we'll have something to say about that. But these guys have to understand, I want that feeling to sit in their gut for a long time, that championship game.
Championship game. We were watching at the SEFCU Arena while you guys were on the road, and we had a decent amount of people out for a freezing cold day.
Couple thousand?
There was probably a couple thousand beers tips. I will say that, but it was something.
Did you oversee that?
I led the charge.
Okay, good.
I led the charge.
You made sure to see that the beer was there on campus, which is very good.
That was one of the first things I asked Charlie Volker. I'm like, all right, if we do this, what do we got for refreshments? So what are we doing? But it was.
So how did it work out?
We had about 50, 60 people sitting there.
No, I was talking about the refreshments.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't recall?
Guys drove me home.
Yeah, I remember driving.
That's what I remember doing.
It was. Well, it was a great game. And it's something I would like to do in the future, I think, because I think as you grow this program, it's just one of those things that, like, I don't know if it meant anything to you guys that we were huddled up, in your gym watching, but it meant something to me. It meant something to guys to tell you, like, we couldn't make the road trip, but we still got to show some support.
Yeah, you know what? It was neat and creative, and obviously, we appreciate that. I think if we're in a situation, hopefully we play in the CEFCU arena next time, and then maybe you're still doing it from inside the CEFCU arena. But if we happen to go on the road again, hopefully, the experience word spreads, and you get an even larger contingent of fans in there, the next time, and not just basketball. We won the Commissioner's Cup again for having the best athletic department in the America East Conference. There's some really good programs over at the university that have enjoyed success. I think one of the reasons for that is coaches have had success and stayed, and I think that's unusual. And then I think the administration, Mark Benson and his group have been very supportive. They're trying to continue to grow and develop and take the program to new heights. But then, President Steller and his administration have been very supportive as well. So I think we're lucky in that regard. So I think the whole athletic program is going to continue to grow and shine, in the years to come.
Amazing stuff you guys have accomplished. A lot of guys, their semester wrapped up last month. We know Cremo's somewhere in a gym right now doing it, but the rest of your roster, what are they doing for the next few weeks, and when do they return back for the start of the next
hopefully
season?
They're in a gym with Cremo. But it's funny, Joe was going down to South Carolina for a week to see his brother and his brother's new baby, and he tells me, like, I have to worry about this. He goes, Coach, don't worry about it. My sister-in-law is an elementary school teacher, and she's going to get me into the gym during the school day. I'm like, Joe, why don't you just go to the beach and relax? You know what? I don't really bother our guys for the 4 weeks when they go home. Basketball has become a year-round sport. It seems like now with summer school for 6 weeks, we've got the fall, we have all winter, we have the spring. I encourage these guys to have some downtime, take 4 weeks, spend it with their family. If they want to work out, fine. We're going to have them on campus starting the 25th of June for 6 weeks, and they'll get a lot of work done with our strength and conditioning coach, with me and my staff, and then they'll get a chance to go home for about another 3.5 weeks to kind of spend some more time with family before that year-long grind begins.
Coach Will Brown with us right now. So, Coach, obviously, we talked more hoops than I think we've ever talked, on this show with you. Can you sit here for a little bit, and then we'll come back? We'll talk NBA Finals.
Absolutely.
And you winning mixed martial arts over the weekend?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we'll do that next.